What's up, Vault Hunters and fantasy fans? We are back in the Tiny Tina's Season Pass DLC content today. We're going to be kicking off our Tier 4 playthrough. So this is going to be all 4 of the different encounters, all at Tier 4. I'm going to do this a little bit different. So the last series of these we did at Tier 3. We did each individual run in a roguelike fashion, starting with no gear, just going in, potluck, whatever we can find as we go through. This time, and we were increasing the difficulty as we went through those up to Chaos 15 on the last one, which was pretty rough, but didn't turn out as bad as I thought. So we're going to try something a little bit different this time, and we're actually going to do all 4 in a roguelike fashion, starting from the first one, going through all 4 encounters, and any gear we pick up as we go through, we're able to keep. I'm not going to do any spins on the Wheel of Fate this time until we've done all 4. So any gear I get in the first one today, if we clear it, we'll carry that forward. We can carry that gear into the next event, into the next one, into the next one. But how we're doing it this time is we're going to start with the first one set at Chaos 10. So it's going to be a little bit rough getting going. We're going to have to see how we go. The boss in that one is in a very open area, so it might not work out. We'll just have to see what gear we can get along our way. And then once we've done that, we're going to go up 10 Chaos levels each time. So we're going to start with 10, go 20, 30, 40. And although that 40 is going to be a little bit rough, hopefully we'll have picked up enough gear as we go through to be able to make it. So we may have to adjust the levels if it seems like this isn't working or if it's too easy. But we're just going to jump in and see what we get. Okay, so difficulty 4, Abyssal Ruin, and this is on the COILED CAPTORS DLC. As I say, we got no gear on. The skills, I still haven't touched my skills at all. This is just what I had on my regular playthrough, so you can see what they are. And you can see my myth rank points there as well. All of that's still active. I still have all of my skills in hand. I still have my buddies that are going to help me out. Let's get going. So we do have to be cautious at the start of these, because it can be easy to get knocked and be down and out. If like my mushroom buddy gets knocked down, I get knocked down, and that's it, because you don't have any revives in this activity. It is just one and done. Once you die, you are out. This first area is quite open as well. Quite a few different enemies that can charge you. So until we get a ward, maybe a little bit of armor, we do have to be cautious. What we're really looking for is a nice gun so we can defend ourselves properly. A spell does something, but nothing beats having a decent firearm. And we had a massive issue with that. Like, if you haven't seen the Tier 3 playthrough of the Shattering Spectre Glass, check that out. It was insane. Had a little bit of a rough start. I think 5 false starts probably before we got any momentum, and then I think it was like 45 minutes to an hour total play time before we got what I would consider a usable gun. It was rough. Getting some melees, but I need to be a little careful here. This is not as bad as Chaos 15, so I'm giving myself a little bit of an easier start this time, because going up those 10 Chaos levels each time is going to be hopefully increasing the challenge nicely. Already getting too bolshy. I need to stay out of the way. Don't get your health back in this mode, so the only way I can get health is if I'm picking it up, which means that once I get knocked, it's very easy to get knocked again almost immediately. Where's my buddies? Get him, Vern. Holding on to my ult far too long there. We'll get in the rhythm. We'll get in the rhythm. Ooh, shroom guy's down. We've got spell. We already have something we can do. Ooh, what was that? Splish. I'm not sure what that's doing. Go away. I guess it's just applying corrosion to the guy in front of me, but didn't seem like there was very much of a visual effect to that, unless I'm missing something. Won't lie. That's already better, and I didn't like that first one not giving me any idea of what really was going on. So although it's a green bit of gear I picked up, you could see the gear score was just a little bit higher. And that's because the green piece of gear I just picked up there was chaotic. So because we have these chaos levels applied, which you get through doing chaos challenges, that's not right. In the chaos chamber there's a specific mode where you can get chaos levels. And then once you have those, you can apply them to the whole game. So you can turn them on, go anywhere, farm some bosses, whatever you want. And the chaos levels, as you go up, will open up more tiers of slightly different rarity of weapons. It's not rarity, it's because it can apply to every rarity. It's a modifier that you get that can be applied to any weapon. So you have the opportunity for gear to drop at either chaotic, volatile, primordial, or ascended. And those will just be the same weapon or piece of gear that it was going to be anyway, but just with a buff to the stats, an increase to the stats. So it's definitely worth tracking those down. And as you work up the chaos levels, you're increasing your chances to get each of those. So in the Chaos 10 we are here, we'll have a small chance to get chaotic gear. I don't think, I should have checked that first, I don't think we'll have any accessibility to volatile gear, but so for the first few chaos levels you get access to chaos gear potentially dropping. Then as you go up you'll increase the percentage chance for the chaotic gear to drop. Can't speak. Chaotic gear to drop. And then after that you'll then have a percentage that volatile gear can start dropping, and then after a while you have it so then there's a percentage primordial gear can start dropping, and then at that point I think the chaotic gear then starts to dwindle down, or it completely disappears in terms of its rarity drop, and then it switches to a percentage on ascended, and there's 100 chaos levels. So the higher you go, really what you're looking for is that ascended gear, and the higher you can get your chaos levels, the more chance you'll have to get those to drop. So I apologise, that was a very lengthy and disordered explanation, but I hope that it at least made sense. More chaos levels, better gear. That's basically all you need to know. So we can get chaotic gear in this, which is going to be good for us if we can get it. And that's why that green bit was better than the blue bit. Right. Back on task. Give me a gun. Give it to me now.
Just like I taught you.
Selfish. You didn't even drop me anything. Okay, but at least we do have a spell. A nice projectile spell that I can just miss every single time. That's what we were looking for, really. These boys are doing some good work. Nothing again. Come on. Come on. So this is a ridiculous puzzle. And basically you have to turn these heads around on these statues to line them up. But once it finds the right statue, it locks into place, which means that then you basically just have to shoot them a bit or something and it will just do itself. It's a completely pointless puzzle. Without a gun it becomes more awkward, but fortunately I can just use these tornadoes. Hold that thought. What is that doing? There we go. I can just pull my ult, and because the tornadoes are just attacking everything in front of me, it solves the puzzle all by itself, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's so pointless. Right. Oh my goodness, what is that? What is this? A ring. Oh, fine, I'll take it. That was pretty lucky. That has to be in one of my top 10 luckiest drops of all time. Punching a box and getting a legendary ring out. That maybe gets to be a short or something stupid. Come on, get back up. Vern's gonna show you up. This badass has got to have something badass for us. That's how it works, right? Still no ward, so we do need to be careful on the health front. That was excessively low amount of stuff on this. I feel like when I've done this first section, I've at least ended up with a little bit more in my pockets before. But you down again. Oops, sorry. I mean, it's my fault. I wasn't really being a team player there. Wandering off, just looking for all my own goodies. Actually, was that ring? Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's not a gun. But it's better. And that's better armor. We are making progress. Definitely feeling worried about the last boss. Yeah, the last boss arena is basically just an open circle. There's maybe a couple of rocks, maybe the odd bit of geometry, but you have a number of different adds, and you have a boss that's sending out tornadoes and all sorts of other things. There's not really anywhere to hide, and that's something that did actually work to our advantage in the last one of these. The tier 3 version of Shattering Spectre Glass, if nothing else, has going for it that the final boss has like a whole castle of rooms that you can just hide that the boss doesn't go. So you have lots of room to maneuver, and that ultimately made that not that bad. Not that bad. Just kept moving, popping a few shots on, just being patient and keeping out of the way. Which was a surprise after an absolute failing with that the first time, thinking the boss was just going to attack us through all of the walls and it wasn't going to matter that we were hidden away. But that worked out. So, have to see if we can come up with some sort of quick plan when we get to the boss this time. But what it really all comes down to is the loot. If we don't have anything good to do damage and we're there too long, it doesn't really matter what your tactics are. Chances are we might not be able to get away with it. But if we've got something where we can be chipping away at that damage, not have to survive for a ridiculous amount of time, then maybe we will vanquish this particular step of this roguelike series. Let's have a little bath. Don't need to be doing barrels this time, but just got it burned into me. Okay, we got a necklace. We have a ward. Oh, we have a better ward, sorry. And we have a gun. My goodness, what is this? It's only been like 5 minutes. We're already off to an absolutely fantastic start. I haven't seen any chests with any extra chaos runes in yet, which is a bit sad. Don't know if I've just been running past those or what. But there are typically chests with chaos runes, chaos tokens, whatever you want to think of them as, and they're the little pink runes or tokens, the little pink things that are dropping every time I take out an enemy, and that's our currency that is working towards our rewards for these activities. We use those on the Wheel of Fate when we get out of here. And, yeah, you get a bunch of different rewards for that.
Have you tried shooting it? That usually works well for you.
Okay, there's quite a lot of coiled... Really can't talk today. I've been a bit unwell. I think it's still probably a little bit on my voice as well. Got a little bit of a lower, sexy voice than normal. If possible. Yeah, so I'm a little bit blare. More than normal. Yeah, so you got these little pink tokens. Will everyone just go away? I'm busy! Oh, lots of people. This thing, pink token. Yum, yum, yum. That's what we want. Lots of those. 25 of those gives us a spin on the Wheel of Fate. A potentially tasty loot. But we're not going to be spending them. When we spend them at the end of our sessions, we won't be doing that today. Because I'm going to be forcing myself to only use the gear that we pick up during these encounters for the entirety of this roguelike run. And then we're going to do a big spend at the end. We're going to throw all our money and have a loot-a-thon. Look, my gamepad's playing about as well. Another pistol. Need something with different ammo type, please. My head is not on. My hands are not on. We'll wake up. We'll wake up. We have to wake up before the end. But we're also getting through this pretty quick because this is it's actually quite a bit shorter. I think that the encounters do become a bit longer and more elaborate as you go from number 1 to number 4. So you got COILED CAPTORS and the other 3. COILED CAPTORS. I've done these enough. I should know these names. COILED CAPTORS. This is something special. Why do I keep running past that? I'm not a blight caller. Stop changing the subject. COILED CAPTORS. Chaotic cooking. Wicked Wonder Witch. No. What's it called? Dangerous. Bakery time. So yeah, I don't know why I'm sort of overthinking this as well. I just wanted to shoot these columns and it's just going to solve itself. COILED CAPTORS. I know it's Molten Mirrors is the 3rd and Shattering Spectre Glass is the 4th. And I think the 2nd is probably my least favourite, so I'm going to blame that as to why I can't remember what it's called. It's going to drive me mad. Column move, do that again. The puzzle's done. Puzzle is done! Vesper, pay attention. There we go. So we got our chest there. It's got our extra goodies, and that's our extra thing this time. So we need 2 of those in each room. I don't know what happened in that first area because I'm sure there should have been 2 in that first area as well. Was I really that unaware? Unaware? I don't even know what I'm doing or saying anything anymore. Let's just kill myself. Please, please do not end the session on me having that little flap. Where are you, fungi? Because I'm distracted now. I can't think what that stupid second encounter is called. We're just going to keep playing. My brain is very stupid, so I'm never very good at remembering things if I want to remember them. I'm only good at remembering things when I just forget about it and do something completely different. And just move on, do something else, and then it'll just jump into my head. So we're going to concentrate on what we're doing rather than screw this up for a silly reason. We're going to screw this up. It's going to be for a good reason, darn it. Like getting to the end and there being no cover. Oh, yes please. That is a much better ward. How about itchy nose? How about incense? I tend to put incense on when I'm having these little sessions. It's just a little bit of a repetitive thing. It was actually originally meant because there's a cool Borderlands 3 incense burner back there, and I was hoping that you'd see the cool smoke like, coming out of the burner in the background, but I think it's too blurry back there to actually see anything. But it's just become habit at this point. So we just have that incense going. A few different flavours. Not sure on the one today. It's giving me a little bit of a nosy thing going on. I'm not shooting at anything. Literally just... We're having a bit of a casual session this time. I'm not actually feeling like I have to think too hard, so I'm just not. Just randomly just spraying bullets. Let everyone else do the work. Like usual! Am I right? Yeah, shut up. Right, let's get on with this. Keep the ammo up, we don't want the ammo running out. Glutton's Gamble. That's what that second one is called. Glutton's Gamble. I knew it'd come to me if I just stopped using my brain. There's Coiled Captors, Glutton's Gamble, Molten Mirrors, and Shattering Spectacles. Solve the puzzle! I feel like that's almost going straight in. Oh, that's a good itch. I like that. It doesn't matter that I still shoot the incorrect stuff, because it will just lock as soon as it's ready. Ah, yes, I'm quite an inspiring person, Vesper. No, thank you. Right. Now, where's that second chest? We're going to get that second chest because we're going to get our extra reward here. We're still too low on our... Oh, there we go. Too low on our gear. We need to be getting our gear up. But I think we're getting through this one pretty fast. This is maybe only going to be 2 more rooms. It's the one that's kind of in the drowned. 2 that are kind of in the drowned. And then maybe we're there. I don't think there's that much more. We're actually getting through this pretty quick. Alright, I'm going to give that a go. Right, let's just pick all this stuff up and then figure it out. Brain is not on. Right, let's have a look. So we're definitely... Nice. Nice SMG with a missing barrel. Looks good. Right, and then we got another pistol and another SMG. So that's not great. We're still limited by the 2 weapon types. That'll have a switcheroo. I'm going to keep the action skill cooldown as my priority there, I think. Just check I'm not doing... Yeah, we're not doing any fire damage, otherwise I might have changed that over as well. Movement speed, ability, hit chance. That's better with what we got. Just keep this stuff a little bit up to date, just so we know. I lied. Although you got the absorb there, and you got some other bits and pieces. That one's enchanted as well, and chaotic. 15% chance to absorb. I think I actually am going to run. Because like bullets is pretty specific, so I think I'm going to run that green. I think that's still going to be slightly better for me in this particular circumstance. Here we go, here we go.
Turn the valves and embrace godliness.
Let's check out this SMG that actually... Maybe that graphic wasn't broken. Maybe that's just... Pretty trash SMG though. Someone hit me in the buttocks. Oh, the increased fire rate though. Lovely. Delicious. Let's try the recipe. Freeze! So it just goes to show you, because I think the lowest gear scored item there is actually feels like it's performing better. That's alright. Nothing there is really jumping out at the moment as feeling particularly comparable, so... Comparable? Capable.
Another foe felled by
I'm
the
just gonna
foe.
rotate things, keep moving, keep rocking and a rolling. There's our first chest. Wakey wakey, I feel like everything's so slow. And yet I can't control it.
We meet at last. Come on.
Chill.
Remember this.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Magic time.
In that movie. That looks better. Now we got some business in hand. Pick a bait. Oh, no we don't. It's horrible. We've got 2 burst. A little bit quicker. Chunky damage, so despite the slowness there, that's actually doing okay. This cascading barrage. That's not an enemy. That is. Hiccups. Hick to the hiccups.
Flowing water.
Right, let's get these moving. Still need our last chest.
The water's rising now.
Oh no, I was wrong. This wasn't a room that I was remembering, so it's 2 after this one. Still, we're making good progress. This actually feels fine at the moment. If anything, I think I've... Maybe because it's the first activity as well, so it just inherently is a bit easier than the later stuff. I mean, the start was, really easy. 5 levels from 10 to 15 does make quite a difference.
You're a helpful sprout, aren't you? Yes, you are. The forces of darkness encroach.
The forces of darkness are crab. And some snake people.
As always, good triumphs over evil. All for the good over chaotic. It's the witcher of your demise.
Quit it.
Let it rain.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, that one in particular. I never miss.
Sledgehammer head. A trifle. That's doing some good work. I'm liking the spell change. Nice easy projectile, a little bit of tracking, but some very reasonable damage on that one. You come out whenever you're ready. I'm a sharpen. There we go. There we go. This is what we're talking about. Stick with what I've got. Oh, I didn't even pick up my extra tokies. My tokies. I need them tokies. Right, one more switch did I not do? Or am I actually done? I am actually done. Well, that seemed a breeze as well. Come on, give me better than that. Sniper, so we got something else on the weapon front. Come on and do the conga. I'm actually surprised. I'm quite surprised how well this has gone so far. Despite the chaos level, this doesn't feel much out of the ordinary. Sure, gun handling, I do. Get off my screen. Get off my screen!
Cool with the lava, but it won't cool COILED's tempers. That you'll have to deal with the old-fashioned way.
Looking for loot. Let's just hope this doesn't just fall down straight at the end, but that being the case, I don't know, I'm feeling like this is a bit easier than I wanted. Maybe because we went back to the first activity, I should have stuck with Chaos 15, but in my mind I thought if it's the difficulty that the Shattering Spectre Glass was at Chaos 15, I was thinking it was going to be really tough when we got to that last boss with no cover, no way to dance around or anything. But I guess inherently the earlier activity is just easier. Just overarchingly. I mean, obviously you've got the luck of stuff dropping and all the rest of it, but just there wasn't anything like the kind of resistance at the start there that we had in the Shattering Spectre Glass. Whoops. Whoops, standing electricity. Health, please. Last chest over here. Yep, lovely. Beautiful. Those are hurting though. Maybe I'm going to swallow my words. Maybe this is going to end up being sort of ramped up a bit at the end and it's all going to go sideways. Still got to be sensible. Let's take it as it goes. Next time we're going to have a bit of gear behind us, but we're going in at level 20 and then it's going to be 30 and 40. Given that it isn't really easy. If it's this easy on the next one at level 20, I think what I'll do is instead of jumping to 30, maybe I'll jump straight to 35 and then we'll go 45. But given that we get through all of this and it all works out, then we'll be looking at these again, maybe running more with this series, but just keep pumping the chaos levels up. So maybe that works out in the long run, because if we do make this through in the 10s and clear it, then I guess I'm going to be starting this one next time, at least chaos level 20 with no gear. So I don't know. We'll see how things play out. I feel very distracted today as well. So I'm very surprised it's gone as well as it has so far. Stop saying that. I'm just doing myself no favours at all. Shut up. Right, shotgun. Try that rather than that SMG, because I was not very keen on that. We have our nice Ferrior style here, so has a bit more of a multi-purpose. You can throw out, and the weapon's going to have an extra effect for you.
Watch out! The storm is rising!
I mean, that's that cleared. We've got one more room before the boss. I'm not even going to bother with those chumps. We're going to keep moving. Yes, that's pretty decent. Alright, nightshade of the goal. Okay. Frost SMGs. Frost SMGs in Wonderlands are typically have the potential to be top tier. So albeit that is just a humble blue, it is chaotic and it has frost and it has a multiple projectile shooting pattern. So that very well could be a big hitter. Let's go test it out. Oh, these guys despawned, I think, after I ran away in a completely non-cowardly fashion. That's fine. Next room. Like all these underground vibes, ancient sort of cities, but very much the sort of more of an Atlantean kind of vibe here. Okay. This is, I'm almost positive this is the last room before the boss. This is, I'm not even sure what time we're at here, but this is going to be some sort of record even for like our normal runs, I think. This feels fast.
The imprisoned one is in here. It calls for freedom.
Magic. It's exactly the kind of thing that we needed. Smash it. I feel like I could take on the whole world, man. Still gonna be a big question hanging over when we get to the boss, though, because that boss is still going to be able to attack us very easily. It has lots of crazy attacks, and I haven't even seen him in tier 4. This is my first time ever doing the tier 4 version of this activity, so I don't even know what the full roster of attacks the boss is going to pull out will be. I just know based on the previous encounters that being up close is not good. And he has some things where he can pull you to him with like wind attacks. He can send out big tidal wave things at you, and there's not many places to hide. So but this gun definitely makes it feel like we might be able to chew through him quick enough, but it's not going to be so insurmountable. A couple of reses maybe, a couple of going down. As long as fungi can make it. Now and again we can get the res, get a couple of revives. Hopefully that will give us enough time to do the damage we need to just to clean up the boss. Just in the habit of breaking all the barrels now. It's probably more to my detriment. I'm really not just damaging myself, but because that's been a fairly constant theme as our extra task on a lot of these, it's just ingrained into me now just to hit them by just for the fact of being near them. There's our last chest of this. We'll complete a bunch of these columns. Crazy acceleration on my camera there for some reason. Getting more legendary rings out of these boxes. It's actually pretty good looting in boxes, man. That legendary ring out of a legendary ring out of that box at the start. That is maybe, that might be my second luckiest drop of all time. I think the only thing I could put above that is in Tiny Tina Assault on Dragon's Keep, the final DLC, the final main DLC for Borderlands 2. When I was heading up to fight the evil wizard, just on the last section, just at the very top of the tower, I got a... It was a legendary or maybe even a pearl. I feel like maybe I couldn't get a pearl from that. Maybe that's me remembering it wrong. It was something very good. It was a legendary or above from breaking just one of these, like one of these pots. Like you just get standing around, just a naff old pot that normally just drops ammo. Got a legendary from that. Very good. Oh, the incense is choking. It's meant to be Indian spices. This doesn't smell like at all like Indian spices. It smells like, I don't know, essence to sandpaper. See, there's a question here whether I switch a spell out for. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to put that on, because this thing's going to give me a bit of healing back, and I think that that's going to be more valuable as we head to the boss. All that spraying I did over here, that solved the puzzle. It's like I don't even have to think at all. I just spray a bunch of naff shots and it completes. You should have to line them up at least. It's only 3 options on 3 things. You know they're all shark heads. How long is it going to take just to turn those? Like, I mean, you can shoot them and they turn themselves. It's not that you've got to turn every single one. Like, you shoot at a bunch, it will just keep spinning. So you just got to shoot and make sure it stops at the right place. Not a big deal, I do not think. Just trying to make sure we've got a good amount of ammo. We do not want this SMG to run out too quickly. I'm still, yeah. I won't say anything. Oh, I won't say anything. We'll have a mini rant at the end of this, just about how different this run has gone than I was expecting. I mean, I'm expecting to fail it. Frost SMGs, ladies and gentlemen. Why is this still giving me a marker? Oh, look, I think that's where it's actually showing me the area below where I am, which is the boss room, I guess. Okay, 1.5k SMG bullets ready to deploy. Let's see if we can survive this arena without just getting downed in 5 seconds. I think it's quite large, so I guess as long as we're running and making some space, hopefully be okay. I mean, we're maxed out on these anyway. Check everything else is reloaded just to be sure. Okay. Wish me luck. Yeah, big boy.
Poor beast has gone mad. Untold eons bound in chains will do that. What a waste. Shame.
Well, we're already off to a good start. Good damage. Just need to be patient, a bit careful. I think as long as we keep our distance here, I'm actually thinking this isn't going to be too bad. I think it's going to be okay. Make sure we keep that space. Got this tornado of his going around, a few tornadoes of his going around. Need to be careful I don't confuse them for my own. Now, I thought they chased me a lot more. They actually appeared to be sort of fairly random in their path, which is beneficial for us, rather than them actually targeting me. Need to make sure I don't wipe all these guys out. To have them low is good, just so I can... Ooh, careful, don't want to get booped off on that. Yeah, definitely need these guys around and low. If I do go down, just be able to get a quick res. More than halfway through yellow bar. Right, so there we go, one of his attacks pulling me in there, very low health. So we can get a res off someone. Ooh, come on. Just got to watch those. Every time you get downed in a gearbox game, Borderlands or Wonderlands, you have a fight for your life, little bit, just downed on the floor for a moment, and if you can get a kill, you get res. But every time you drop, the timer for the window that you are allowed in order to try and get that res, it gets shorter and shorter until there's nothing left, you know, until you drop and the timer is finished before you even press the trigger. So let's see, here we go. This is the games they play. It's gonna be all over the bosh. Whoa. He's flying, man, he's flying. Staying up there now? Yes, I guess you are. Oops, select. That's just telling my AI, just telling my little buddies that that's the target I want to focus. Just making sure that they are on task, not wasting too much time on the help. His cronies, I like this, making sure we call them cronies now. The boss's little mates that hang out, try, you know, big themselves up. Lots of cronies. Not to be mistaken for the reasonably tasting and refreshing beer. Halfway into red bar, doing okay. Still a nice lot of chests around, lots of resources and things for us to be able to feed off of. I think maybe these ads are getting a little bit much, although these guys aren't a huge threat because they all just run at you, not really doing any projectiles themselves, and that was sort of something I was concerned about, was whether I just have too many projectiles, like smaller shots coming from too many smaller enemies, as well as the boss doing his tornadoes and other attacks. But I mean, all of them look like they just want to chase me, which makes it nice and easy. So, nice bit of health laying around on the floor. Take that. Should have probably equipped that. I think that actually probably was reasonable, but I'm just not even that bothered. I think we are. I think we're done. I think we've nailed this. I think I'll seal my fate by making that a solid statement at this point. I am absolutely stunned though. The difference between the Chaos 15 start on Shattering Spectre Glass versus the Chaos 10 version of this. Like even the Chaos 10 on Molten Mirrors. It was still a little bit rough getting starting, but this was, you know, that was just easy. That was just easy, man. Maybe I should have some other aspect to this. Maybe I should have... Maybe I should only be allowed to carry a few items over. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff that I've picked up there. Maybe I'm only carrying 2 items from each thing forward. So 2 items that I've got today I will keep, and then 2. So I'll have 2, and then 4 on the next one, 6 on the next one, and then by the last time I'll have 8 items I can take in. I think that sounds better than getting to the last one and being fully tooled up. Maybe that will get changed. Maybe that will go sideways as a result of next week's starting any of these at level 20 is going to be rough. But I feel like they're going to be easier just because I've got the ability to have more things. We're gonna chuck everything off the cliff. A shame that, although this isn't a shame scenario because we actually cleared it, I don't really feel like that was much of an achievement. But we're going to throw everything off except for the 2 things we want to keep. And I think the first thing, for tactics' sake, is going to be the ward. I'm going to keep my best ward, which I probably should have had a little bit of a truffle around there, see if I could have had anything any better. But I think I'm going to keep that ward. And then I guess it's the SMG. Like, to have a gun to be able to go in, and the ward, I think is going to be good. Oh, when did I switch that out? Switching stuff. Don't even know what I'm doing. Oh, it's because I picked this up and was having a look. But I don't care about that, but I do care about this. And you can go into primary slot. So there we go. Locked. We've got our shield and one gun ready to go into the next session, which is going to give us a bit of a springboard. Level 20 is going to mean that's going to be a challenge anyway. Right, let's ditch all of this. We don't need any of this. We're not selling it. Nothing like that. This is all just going off the cliff. Even you. Oh, the amount of times I complain about the not being able to spam throw stuff out. And you have to hold Y. And I've just thrown that shield off the cliff. There's nothing I can do about that at the point I am now, because I can't cancel the fact that I've thrown it. And I'm on the cliff, so I don't think, even if I whip my camera around quickly, I think it's gone. Let's try. Bye. Right. Let's get my second best shield. Which, because we've got some chaotic gear here, we do need to just look that over. So that one, I don't actually like that one that much. I wanted a higher capacity one. We got that blue one that's chaotic. 3474. Ah, that was such a me thing to do. But that one's enchanted. So it's going to be this green one. Such a dick. Right. Drop that. Drop that. Drop that. Right, so there's our two items. Maybe I should edit that out. I feel for my own credibility I should probably just edit. To be honest, if that were the case, I'd have to edit out 75 minutes, 75% or so of every single video I make. So we're not doing that here. This is just a fun channel. Having a laugh. I'm just a normal guy gaming, trying to encourage people to play these games that I love and just to have fun with them in new ways. So, yeah. I'm an idiot, yes. Right, let's ditch all the rest of this. See, now that would make more sense if I could press Y to spam items, but if I have favorited it, then I'd have to hold Y, because then it means I can't just accidentally ditch it. So I would uphold that all of my opinions are correct and all of the systems that are in place are still wrong. Ditch. Sorry, this is really, really, really fun. And see, I just like to spam these out. I mean, I should probably just go and sell them to make some money. I still need more slots for stuff, but I don't feel like that's quite in the tradition of what we're doing here, so let's get rid of that. So I've got two items. I've got my nice SMG. At least I didn't throw the SMG off, you know. And then I've got a reasonable shield, a reasonable ward to get going next time. Adios, muchachos. That's them gone. Okay, so that's tier 4 coiled captors down. Defeated. Nailed. Next time we're in Glutton's Gamble. Yes, I've remembered its name this time. And we'll be doing that at level 20, but we've got those two items to springboard, and then we'll go from there. Thanks very much for hanging around, Vault Hunters. I hope you had a bit of fun. If you did, please do like and subscribe. Please do support me in all the standard YouTube ways, and I'll catch you next time. Take it easy. Peace out.